Together, we will fulfill our promise to make better this fallen world.
Sorry to interrupt. I understand we're discussing a civil war.
The Commonwealth are gonna kill us all.
Unless I can stop it.
What do we always say? Most kids are dead by this age.
I'm looking for someone.
What do you plan to do to him when you find him?
What say you, Miss McLean?
Your family may very well still be out there. But one thing I wouldn't count on is them appreciating the kind of person you've become.
There are worse people out there than me.
But you know what they say in Vegas? Everyone's a winner. Eventually.
Saying goes for losing in my experience, except for one man.
Mr. Howard, I know that you came to Vegas to kill me. Did you not? I don't know yet how you play a part in ending the world, but you will certainly do.
If you don't help us, there won't be a Vault 33 anymore.
Dad, if you can hear me, what's gonna happen to our vault?
My little sugar bomb.
Shalom, Kol Halal, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM,RAWCHAA. That's giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom to 144,000. Real quick, I want to go into this episode right here. This is the first episode of the second season of the show Fallout. Okay, it's based off of a video game that came out, years ago. And something that I noticed about this show is these two major prophecies. Okay, these two major prophecies you cannot avoid, you cannot run from. It's everywhere. And the first and foremost is what we obviously know about the show Fallout, or the game, which now has become a show, is based off of a post-apocalyptic time in America, where basically the American government, if you have seen the first season, now going into the second season, the American government basically bombed its own country. It bombed America with the nukes so that it would be able to rise from the ashes and create a new America. That's what the whole show is about, basically. But now, as we get closer to as we get into season 2, it shows you how even back then they were set on trying to make this RFID technology. Okay, there's a show in this clip. I'm not going to show it. You got to watch the show. But it was a guy who went into a bar, started a bar fight, and he ended up basically taking the biggest guy, and he implanted him, or he pretty much stuck this chip on his neck and made him kill all of his friends. Okay, he made him kill all of his own friends, and then he eventually blew his head off. All right, which this shows you that Esau, he wants to control you with this technology. All right, so let me play this clip, and we'll grab a few precepts. But yeah, man, remember, it's these two major prophecies that just keep coming up, which is America being destroyed via thermonuclear missiles, and them wanting to have everybody implanted with some type of microchip technology to control you. Okay, he's going to say it in the show. He says, what is it? Computer to brain interface. All right, so let's play this, and we'll grab a few more precepts, and that'll be the lesson. So luck.
And I don't doubt that you are. You spend so much time calculating how to survive all possible contingencies.
Oh. And I'm gonna put it in the post-production, but I want to say it again. Fair use, fair use. I'm not making any monetary gain off this. This is only for edificational purposes.
I've been keeping busy. I'm in Vegas these days back in your old stomping grounds, actually. Trying to pick up where you all left off.
Where you all left off. You see?
Looks like
Trying to pick up where you all left off. Now look at this right here. This is them experimenting on people with this implant, man. Okay? Which basically they want to control you with this implant, and then if you get, you know, to the point where you're not use of them anymore, they can just press a button, okay, and blow your head up or blow you, you know, basically delete you, and you know, wipe their hands clean with you.
a couple of the vault experiments ran into some speed bumps. 24 made progress on the brain-computer interface.
You see that? You see that? Brain to computer interface. So this is what Elon and Neuralink, and this is what it's all about. A brain to computer interface. They want to merge your brain with a computer. All right, that's what they're showing you in the show, and this caught me off guard because I didn't expect this in the show, but you can't escape these prophecies.
Interface. This one, miniaturization.
Miniaturization, you see, and that's what I showed in the beginning. They want to make the chip smaller and smaller.
I'm confident that if I just roll up my sleeves, I can bring it all home for you.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can finally talk about my promotion. I'm going to complete the work you started.
I'm going to complete the work you started.
When this is all over, you will be begging me to help you.
So this shows you that they was already in this spirit even in the 50s. Okay, because the show is basically based off of, you know, in the 50s and whatnot. It showed you that they were already in this spirit, okay, of trying to complete this computer to brain interface. Okay, this has always been a part of their plan to have everybody karagmat. All right, and that right there just go to show you that we are definitely in a time of prophecy. These last days is showing you what it's all leading up to, man. Okay, we understand that this leads into a futuristic system where they want to have everybody implanted, which is going to ultimately lead to the Lord dropping nukes upon this place. So from there, let's grab a few precepts, and I'm going to put it in a post-production if you haven't seen it already. I'm sure you have seen it already, because I will not forget through the spirit of YAHAWASHI. You know, the show is action-packed, full of action, and a lot of stuff is going on, a lot of different references, but ultimately it's showing you the plans of these elites, okay? Which it was actually a damn so-called black woman whose idea it was that the government bomb its own country so that they can, you know, rise from the ashes. Which is, you know, shows you in this movie, it shows you, you know, that pact that Eve and the serpent made in the garden. All right, so this is Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven." This day is coming, and it shows you this in the show. The whole show is about this, that a day is coming that shall burn as an oven. And all the proud, yeah, all that do wickedly shall be stubble, right? So eventually, everybody here in America who has not beamed up into a ship is going to become stubble. Okay, all who do wickedly, all who have not returned to YAHAWASHI. And the day that the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord YAHAWASHI of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So this is a major prophecy that's going to happen. Okay, there is no way around this. All right, and as we get closer to the end of this place, we're seeing it play out. We're seeing how it's, you know, inevitable. Okay, it's inevitable, bro. All right, and YAHAWASHI is going to make sure of it. Let's go right here. It says 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat." You see, this is talking about the day of the Lord, which what the elements shall melt, which everything is created of elements. All right, and they're going to melt. "The earth also and the works therein shall be burned up." So everything on you know, this side of the world, and all the works these people have you know, built up and, you know, done, it's all going to be burned up. It says, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?" So you seeing that America is going to be destroyed. What spirit should you be in? "Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens shall be on fire, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we according to his promise look for a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And this is what Esau thought he was going to do by dropping the nukes on his own country. Okay, basically they dropped the nukes on themselves in hopes to bring forth a new world. Okay, this is why they talk about a new world order. Okay, where they can rise from the ashes. They created these vaults, which is bunkers. That's Bible prophecy as well too, about the whole vaults, which the main vault in this show is Vault 33, but you know what 33 means. That goes back into Freemasonry. Okay, it says, wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. And let me say this too, because this is a third, okay, this is a third prophecy, okay, major prophecy that they're trying to avoid and run from. Okay, it says which is what the whole show is about too, with those vaults, which is basically bunkers. Okay, which these elites, you had a old advisor for, I believe George Bush. She exposed how they use all your tax dollars to create bunkers for themselves. Okay, Revelation chapter 6 and verse 13, it says, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. It's a symbolic for what? Nuclear destruction. Okay, nuclear destruction. And there's more on this, but I'm going to get into the point for the sake of time. It says, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. You see? Meaning they basically plan on going into these bunkers and hiding, from trying to hide from this destruction that's coming. And that's what the show Fallout is basically all about. Them being in these vaults and coming out and trying to, navigate through a world that's been, radiated through nuclear destruction. It says, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? So they're seeking to hide from the Lord's judgment. Okay, and that's what the show is basically all about, man. All right, let's go over here though. Let's go. Just going into this MOTB. Okay. Because these things keep coming. It's like every show and every movie you watch nowadays is showing either one or the other, if not both. The MOTB technology or nuclear destruction. Okay? And it's always America getting destroyed by the nukes. You think that's ironic? No, that's Bible prophecy. The vision is for an appointed time, and the end it shall speak. That vision is speaking. We're seeing it play out. It says, Revelation chapter 13 and verse get right to the point. Verse 16, he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a MARK in their right hand or in their forehead. What happened in the show, they showed you how they put it to the back of your head, around, just above your neck. But ultimately, they want to put it inside of your head, okay? In the show, it's a show, so they showed you it being put on the outside of your body, but they want to put it inside your body, okay? It says, and that no man might buy or sell save him that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, right? 666. All right. So this man, Esau, all right, he's set on trying to bring forth this MOTB. And he said in this clip right here that I showed you about how they was working on miniaturizing it, okay? Pretty much making it smaller. All right, which that's the whole goal. All right, they want to put it under your skin, make it small as possible, so they can put it under your skin. All right, and through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, we understand what this devil is doing. We see what this devil is doing, and we're calling it out. Okay, and we are constantly on our watchtower. I just happen to be watching the show because I like the show, and there's new episodes coming out every Wednesday. This was just the first episode, and when I seen this at the end of the show in the spiritual, because I kept falling asleep, so I had to keep putting the show back on and watching it. But I did not expect to see this at the end of the show. For him to even say brain to computer interface, like, come on, bro. It sits right in our face. Okay? So 2 major prophecies, or 3 really. It's really 3, okay? Because it's about them going in them bunkers. But these 3 major prophecies is all over the show. All right, America been destroyed via nuclear destruction. The RFID, mark of the beast implant. Buenos dias. And them trying to go into them bunkers, man. You know, their plans to go into these bunkers. All right, so it's all in our face. Okay, it's not rocket science. It's clear as day. Yeah. Well, yeah, you know, it's all in your face, man. Okay, if you have the eyes to see, it's clear what they want to do. It's clear what's going down the pike, man. All right, so Lord, witness to edifying to hopeful elect, double honors to our teachers, to elders, and apostles. Great millstone taught us His truth and sincerity, peace and hatred to hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom.